Hello everyone. So my name is Ashish Mishra. So now I am going to continue with electrostatic potential and capacitance. So in our last class we did electric potential due to a point charge. Now today we are going to do electric potential due to a electric dipole, right? So we are going to find electrostatic potential at a point due to electric dipole. Fine. So this is our today's topic, right? First topic we'll discuss this. So see, if you remember in your first chapter, right, we have learned about electric dipole, right? So let me remind you what is electric dipole. Electric dipole means what? There are two charges, one is positive and another is negative, which is right, which is separated by a small distance, let's say twice a, fine, which is separated by a small distance twice a. Let's take the center of this dipole as O, and I consider these 2 points as A and B. It will be easy for us to remember, right? So these are the charges which are placed at point A and point B. Okay, A and B. So what we need to find? We need to find the electric potential due to this dipole, right, on any point. Let's say a point P, right, on a point P. So see, if you see this is point P, fine. So on point P we need to find the electric potential, fine, due to this dipole. So now we'll just join this, or if I just take like this, fine, I'll just join this with the center. So this will form some angle theta. Now we need to find the electrostatic potential in terms of theta and r. Let's say the distance from O to R is, so O to P is, let's consider this is point P, O to P is R, fine. So what will be the coordinate of this point? What will be the coordinate of point P? So if you consider in a Cartesian coordinate system, right, so you will get some number here, but this is a what? This is a polar coordinate system will take. So the coordinate will be r comma theta. So we need to express the electric potential in terms of r and theta. Okay, now let's see how to do. So let us write the introduction of this part, fine. So you can continue like this. Let an electric dipole consists of two equal and unlike charges, unlike charge, plus q and minus q, fine, plus q and minus q at the points A and B, fine. So you have just described where the charges are located, fine. So it is at point A and point B. Now it is separated by a distance of how much? 2a, which is separated by a small distance 2a, fine, 2a with center O. fine, with center O. Now tell me what will be the dipole moment for this dipole. What will be the dipole moment for this dipole? We have already done in first chapter, right? So the dipole moment will be how much? P is equal to Q into 2A, right? That we have already proved in chapter 1. So we have got dipole moment as P equal to 2A, as simple as that. Now see what we need to find. Now we will just join this O and P, right? If you join O and P, what you'll get? You'll get theta and distance R, right? So we are going to describe that part first. So now let us take the origin at the center of dipole. So I have taken the origin of the electrostatic potential at the center of the dipole. Fine. So what we need to calculate here? We need to calculate the electrostatic potential at point P, means in terms of R and theta, means the answer we should get in terms of R and theta. Okay, is it clear everyone or not? We must get the answer in terms of R and theta. Fine. Now see how to find this. So first of all we will just join this, right? So let the distance of P from O be R. I have taken this distance as R. Now let's join these two also, like this and like this. Fine. Let's take this as R1 and this as R2. Fine. Is it clear? Let's take this as R1 and PBB R2. Fine. These are the distances that we have taken out. Fine. So we'll describe again. And AP is equal to R1, semicolon you can give, PB is equal to R2. So these are the things that we have taken into consideration. Fine. Now tell me, there will be two potential, means if I consider this point and if I consider this point, right, we will get two potential at point A and B, right? Isn't it? We will get two potential at point A and point B. So we have already found the expression for the point charges in our last class. If you remember, we have got the electric potential for a point charge. So this will act as a point charge. See, this is point charge situated here. So from R, Q, if you remember diagram, this was plus Q situated from a distance R. Remember? So see, this case is similar to this or not? If I just make line like this, something will change or what? Same thing or not? Right? So see, AP is the same case of a point charge. Right? AP will show the same case as a point charge. Now let's find the potential at point A and potential at point B. So electric potential at point A and B is given by what we can write at point A and point B. So let's take at point A. So if I take point A, so it will be what? V, right? So again for point B, again if I write point B, it will not be okay, right? Isn't it? So let's write as V1. So V1 equal to what? What we have got? See what is charge here? Plus Q, right? So plus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R1, right? Distance is R1, so I have just put it here R1. Fine. Now similarly we write here, and V2 will be how much? See what is charge here? Minus Q, so we'll write minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R2. Is it clear this part up to everyone or not? Fine. So now if I want to find the total potential, how will I find? Simple. Just think, we'll just add this, right? And this principle is known as superposition principle, right? Adding the two potentials, right, will be known as the superposition principle. So if you want the total potential, right, of at point P, if I want total potential at point P, how can I find? Just by the principle of superposition. That is nothing but just by adding these two. Fine. So what will I write? Total potential, right? So I will write total potential at P will be how much? At P will be V is equal to V1 plus V2. V is equal to what? V1 plus V2. Is it okay to everyone? Is this okay? Now see V1. What is the value of V1? Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R1 plus minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R2. Is this clear to everyone or not? Fine. So see, we have got Q by 4 pi epsilon naught minus R1 plus V2 is how much we have got? Minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R2. Now let's see what we'll get here. Now one thing, let me remind you that in your book the charges have been reversed, like they have taken this as minus and this as plus. So do you think will there be any change, or you want to go according to your book? Tell me. I think you want to go according to your book itself, right? Many one of you will oppose me, right? So okay, fine, let's take this as negative, this as positive. So I'm telling you, by mistake also, if you make it positive and negative, nothing will change. Fine, you can do by like that also. No need to memorize, just know how to do, right? Just know how to find. So for this, if I take minus plus, nothing will happen. Just what will happen? This V1 will become minus and V2 will become plus. Fine. So it will become minus and it will become plus. Is it okay? This part? Fine. So now see what we'll do here in this case. Hopefully it is clear. See, again I am telling that if you take it as plus, this as minus, nothing will happen. You'll get the expression same only, right? Fine. So no need to worry about that. Don't think that you will memorize this minus and plus. You can put anywhere, because I've done this because this is done in your book. In your book they have taken as minus, they have taken as plus, but you can take as plus and minus as well. Fine. So now see, let's solve this. So see here, if you arrange this, see, may I arrange this as Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R2 minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into R1. Can I solve like this or not? See, I have just taken this here and this as here. So it looks easy or not, right? Now see, in these two, something is common, that Q by 4 pi epsilon naught is common, right? So what will get here? 1 by R2 minus 1 by R1. So see carefully, we have got the total potential here, but as I said that we want the total potential in terms of R and theta. right? We want the total potential in terms of r and theta, but we have got in terms of r2 and r1, isn't it? We have got the answer in terms of what? R1 and r2. Now let's get that. Let's now find the r2 and r1 value. If you can find the value of r1 and r2 from this diagram, and we will substitute here. Fine. So let's see how we can find. Now see, this angle is very, very small. This angle seems to be very, very small. So if this angle is very small, then by drawing a perpendicular, we can tell that this r and r1 must be equal. But the case is that there should be a perpendicular, but we cannot see any perpendicular here, right? So what we will do here, we will just extend this. ठीक है, हम लोग क्या करेंगे, बस इसको थोड़ा सा एक्सटेंड करेंगे, सो दैट मैं यहाँ से एक परपेंडिकुलर यहाँ से ड्रॉ कर सकूँ. ठीक है, अब देखो यहाँ पे आपका एक परपेंडिकुलर मैंने यहाँ पे ड्रॉ कर लिया, है ना. लेट्स गिव सम नेम. लेट्स से दिस इज x और लेट्स से दिस इज m. यू कैन टेक एनी नेम. फाइन. सो इफ यू टेक m, दिस बिकम व्हाट, हाउ मच, 90. एंड इफ दिस इज थीटा, अगर ये थीटा है, ये भी क्या होगा, थीटा ही होगा, वर्टिकली अपोजिट एंगल. ऑलराइट, ঠিক আছে না, বুঝি পাইছা সবে. সো সিম্পল হয় একটু. নাও চোৱা কি হ'ব লাগে, আমাক লাগে কি, দ্য ভ্যালু অফ OM. উই নিড OM. সো ইফ দিস ভ্যালু ইজ স্মল, রাইট, সো দিস OP, sorry, not O, MP must be equal to AP. Why? Because this is very small. If this is very small, then we can say this base is negligible. Like this AP will become equal to PM or MP. Fine. So the only condition is that theta must be very, very small. And these things you have done in class 11 itself. That is first year, if you remember classical mechanics, right? So if this is very small, then this AP will be equal to PM. Right? So in PM, see, in PM we have got the value of OP as R, but we don't know the value of OM here. See carefully, we don't know the value of OM here. So now we will find the value of OM. What we'll do? We'll find the value of OM. This OM, we need this OM. So see, to get OM, we must get this and this. Fine. So already I told you, this whole distance, like from A to B, AB is equal to 2A. I have shown in the very first, right? Means the distance between these two charges, how much? 2A. And this is, if this is the center, right? So what is the value of OA? OA will be half of this, that is A, isn't it? OA will be what? Half of this, that is how much? A. So you want OA and OM, right? So see, in triangle, let's mark this question 1. In triangle OAM, right, or you can say in right triangle OAM, that is much better. In right triangle OAM, just right here, in right triangle OAM, what will get? Cos theta, because see, this will become your base and this is your hypotenuse. Fine. So cos theta gives the relation between base and hypotenuse, right? So now see, cos theta will be equal to what? Base by hypotenuse, that is OM by AO or OA, you can say. So I have already told you OA equal to nothing but what? OA is equal to A. OA is nothing but A. So from this, what I can get? Value of OM. So OM is equal to A cos of theta. Fine. All of theta because now I do. So I can just write in a straight manner, OM is equal to A cos of theta. It is always better. See, the main thing is this only, right? You need to understand how this OM came. So OM is equal to A cos theta. Similarly, let's find the value of R2. In terms of R2 we'll get, right? So let's again draw a right angle. Now again I cannot extend this, right? So let's take something like here. More kiba yatte eta right angle draw korichu. Let's say like this. So this angle is 90 degree that I have drawn here. So if I have taken that as m. So let's take this as n. Let's take this as n. ठीक है, सबको समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है कि नहीं है? n है, और देखो यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी ये थीटा है. नाउ इन दिस ट्राइंगल, सी दिस, इन दिस ट्राइंगल अगर ये थीटा अगर स्मॉल है, बहुत छोटा होगा, तो दिस पी एन विल बी इक्वल टू पी बी, क्योंकि थीटा बहुत स्मॉल है तो दी ये और ये क्या हो जाएगा, इक्वल हो जाता है. ठीक है, सो फॉर दैट वी नीड टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ ओ एन. फर्स्ट फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ ओ एन. सो ओ एन कहाँ से मिलेगा? इन ट्राइंगल, दिस ट्राइंगल ओ बी एन, है ना. सो इन ट्राइंगल ओ बी एन, और यू कैन राइट इन राइट ट्राइंगल ओ बी एन. ठीक है, व्हाट वी नीड ओ एन, है ना. एंड अगर ओ ए इक्वल टू ए है तो ओ बी इक्वल टू कितना होगा? ए ओनली. दिस पार्ट एंड दिस पार्ट मस्ट बी इक्वल. ऑलराइट, सो व्हाट विल राइट अगेन? कॉस थीटा इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच? कॉस थीटा इज इक्वल टू व्हाट विल गेट? टेल मी. cos theta is equal to ON by OB. So we have just taken out OB is how much? OB is your A. So what is the value of ON? A cos of theta is equal to ON. Is it okay to everyone, this part? So we have taken out the value of ON and OM. Now let's use it. Where we will use this? So as I told you, we need to find the value of PM and the value of PN. So what will write here? What we are going to here? Tell me. AP is equal to what? AP is equal to PM, right? It is almost equal to PM. Why it is PM? Because angle is very, very small. So PM, what we can write as PO plus OM. So PO, not PM. Yeah, PO plus OM. See, PO plus OM. If you can see clearly, right? So see this diagram very carefully. This is your PO and I just extended this O from this M. So PO plus OM gives what? Nothing but PM, right? So PM doesn't mean Prime Minister, huh? This is just a name. Don't think Prime Minister. Now see here carefully. PO. What is the value of PO we have got? That is R. Right? See, PO is R, and value of OM. What is value of OM? A cos theta. So A cos theta. And AP, we already know AP is nothing but what? R1. So AP is R1. Fine. We have got AP R1. Let's take as equation 2. Fine. Similarly, we want the value of what? We want the value of this R2. So BP will be equal to how much? Pn, since theta is very small. So if Pn, so what I can write Pn? How to find Pn? Isn't it? So it will be what? OP minus ON. See, if you subtract from OP, if you subtract from OP, ON, you will get as PN. Fine? PN, you will get there. So OP minus ON, that is nothing but PN. Now just substitute the values. BP is nothing but R2, right? So R2 is equal to what? OP is how much? OP, nothing but R minus ON. We have just taken out A cos of theta. So see, we have got the value of R1 as well as the value of R2. Now we are directly going to substitute these values in equation 1. So substituting, or you can just write in easier language, right? Using equation 1 and 2 sorry 2 and 3, not 1 and 2, 2 and 3 in equation 1. So just check your equation 1. What was the equation 1? V is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by R2 minus 1 by R1. We have got this, if you remember, right? Just put the value of R2 and R1 here. So what we'll get here, see, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Value of R2 we have got as how much? R minus cos theta minus R1, how much we got? R plus cos of theta. So we have got this, isn't it? So let's show, I'm just showing here, or in the above, I'll just show. See, this part I'm showing here, I'm continuing here. See carefully. So if you take the LCM, so what will get LCM? R minus cos theta and R plus cos theta. So we'll get something as V is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. I am doing step by step, so I guess you can follow, right? Otherwise I can do short also, but I don't want, because many of you will get confused, right? So it will be R minus cos theta and R plus cos theta. It's very simple to take LCM. See, if you don't know how to take LCM, just multiply this and this, the two terms, as simple as this. If you don't know how to take out the LCM, just multiply the denominator terms like this. So you will get as R plus cos theta minus R plus cos of theta. Sorry, A cos theta, right? I forgot to write A here. So sorry. It will be A cos of theta. So this will be also A cos of theta. I just rub this once. This is A cos of theta. It seems that marker is also not working properly, right? So let's try to do. Hopefully you are getting what I am writing here, right? So now just we need to solve this. So what I'll get here, see, R minus cos theta and R plus cos theta. It is minus, it is plus. Okay, this is R. So what we get here? R plus cos theta minus R minus, again I will do the same thing, A cos theta, right? R plus A cos theta. You must be laughing, I guess, right? It's okay, it happens. Plus R A cos of theta. Is it clear? आया बात सपोज समझ में, है ना? सो बेसिकली हमारा क्या होगा, देखो, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, right? Now if I solve this, तो सी R कैंसल आउट, R अपना घर चला गया, है ना, खाना खाने. अब जो बच गया, है ना, जो बच गया उसी को पढ़ाना पड़ेगा मुझे, है ना. ये तो खाना खाने चला गया, बच गया A cos theta प्लस A cos theta, it is 2A cos of theta by, see, A minus B, A plus B. What will get? A square minus B square, that is A square cos square theta. Is this clear, this part to everyone or not? So see, total potential difference that we have got is this. Fine. Hopefully this part is clear to everyone. Fine. So V is equal to, we have got Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, right? V equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2A cos theta by R square minus A square cos square theta. Okay. Now see, if this R is very greater than A, then what will get? What I'll get? Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Find Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Then this, as I told you, this A is very small than what? Very small than R, right? So what I'll get? This can be neglected. So this term basically will become what? Here A square is this, right? You can see A square. So A square will become almost equal to 0, right? So I can say 2A cos of theta by r square, isn't it? Can I say or not? 2a cos of theta of r square. Now you must be thinking, why I have not put here this term 0? Because see, this is a single magnitude, right? And square, so we take square term to be 0. So if this is 0, so whole term will come 0. So r square minus 0, how much? R square only. So you must write here, since r is very much greater than a. Now see this carefully. Q, if I arrange this part, the numerator part, what will get? 2a into q into, I'll just write into cos of theta by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square. So this part is already known. See, 2a into q was nothing but your p, if you remember, that is our dipole moment. So p into cos of theta by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square. So this is our potential, electric potential due to a dipole. Fine. So this is your final conclusion. Is it clear this part or not? So this is very important question for exam point of view. This is to come in exams for 3 to 4 marks, right? So please practice this very carefully. So now we are going to discuss next topic.